Hi everybody, I'm back and I'm back to do a reading on our current timelines. Now, I did a reading on timelines not that long ago, and what we got was we can do better. We, the people, can do better. So basically, I take that as we need to manifest more, have more positive attitudes, see things the way we want to see them, not get caught up in the drama. Because in my spiritual beliefs, I believe that we manifest from our thoughts, our minds, our words, our, where we focus. So we're living in a time where there's just a lot of drama all the time. Drama. And, there's all this fear-based stuff. And if we get caught up in that, I believe that's what we're manifesting. So one of the reasons why I don't like the news and things like that is because I've always felt like, let's throw all this bad news and this low vibrating stuff on this television programming and get everyone talking about it. Even if you don't believe it, it's just giving it a voice, in my humble opinion, that helps manifest it. And there is just so much negativity going on and, doomsday, doom and gloom. And I would like to think that the majority of us aren't paying attention to it and we're not giving it power, and that we are focusing on the things that we want and we're giving that power and helping to shift this timeline in a positive manner. And that's basically what the last timeline reading was telling us, that we can do better. The thing that holds us back from being on the most positive timeline ever is us. And the more of us that are, to me, I believe, the more of us that are envisioning positive outcomes and a better world and seeing life the way we want it, that goes out into the collective. And if more of us are the positive piece of the collective rather than the negative piece of the collective, then we can manifest our timeline into being, happening faster and being more positive quicker, I believe, And so I want to check where we're at. I did the timeline reading probably over a month ago. I lose track of time. I'm so busy all the time. Sometimes the days just blur together. But I want to check the timeline again. So I've set my intentions with my spiritual team, my source energy, my light beings, all of those that are here guiding me on this journey and enlightening me on this journey, and, that have my highest and greatest good for intentions only and always. And so I've set the intentions that I want to check our timeline. So I want to see where we're at as far as positivity. Are we on an incredibly positive timeline for humanity right now? Because I also believe that energies can change and things can, because things do change and energy is constantly changing. I want to see, are we on a really, really good timeline for humanity? So, and I want to go even a little deeper than that. I want to see, I think what I'm going to ask is, the timeline that we're on right now, is our timeline that we are living out right now in alignment with freedom and liberation, happiness and joy for all? Is that where we're at right now in our timeline? All right, so let's see. Well, this is interesting. So our timeline right now really is counting on, okay, all right. So our timeline right now really is counting on the powers of our manifestation. So what we focus on, our words, our thoughts, what we're envisioning, we really have to step back from all of this bad news blah, okay? Honestly, that's a frequency we don't want to align with. We want to be in our highest love vibration all the time. May sound corny, but it's true. We want to feel joy. We want to be laughing. We want to be envisioning the world that we want. We want to be acting as though it is right now. Like we, in our hearts, the way that we feel, what we're expressing, we want to be expressing that all the time, okay? Regardless of what we might be seeing or hearing, we don't want to give power to any of that, because that feeds that negative timeline or that negative moment or that negative plan, or, you know what I'm trying to say. You do. So right now I asked the question about our timeline. So the card representing our timeline is the High Priestess. And she's magic. So she's totally magic. So she can be nefarious or she can be wonderful. She's magical either way, right? So that's what's representing our timeline right now. Are we in our best timeline? It's saying, use your magic. It's up to us. I really have believed that my whole life, that what we're living, what we're experiencing in our own personal life is up to us and our thoughts and our words and what we make our life. But also what we're seeing throughout is because of mass consciousness and what mass consciousness is seeing, thinking, feeling, believing. So we've got the High Priestess representing the question, which is telling us to manifest. It's telling us to manifest. It's saying that right now, above the High Priestess, it's saying right now we're thinking about there's too much chaos. And a lot of chaos is getting focused on rather than the good stuff. See how everybody here is sort of, they've got dead sticks and they're fighting amongst each other. They're fighting amongst each other and nobody's looking at the bloom behind them. So apparently there's a lot of that going on in our timeline right now. And I know that there's a lot of that going on the back channels. There's a lot of chaos on the back channels. Like people seem to be fighting and not liking each other. And there's just a lot of chaos. You know what that manifests? That manifests chaos. So all of us, the people I think that are tuning in with me, I think the people that have subscribed to this channel, I really have a feeling a lot of you are, really working to make a positive difference in the world, like within yourself and your thoughts and your dreams and your hopes and what you want for this world and your countries and yourselves and your families. So it would behoove us to stay out of the chaos. Don't pay attention to it. Don't feed it. Probably don't even talk about it. Let's just not even acknowledge that it exists. Wherever we see this, let's just turn away from it and only focus on this. That's what we need to do for our timeline, okay? That's what we need to keep doing. Don't get caught up in any of this. It's not healthy for us. It's not healthy for what it is that we want for the world. Step away from the chaos, okay? So across from that, it's saying that there's this battle between the dark and the light. And we know that. And I think that's probably what we're seeing here. Right? It's probably what we're seeing there too. Remember in the last reading, Advice for Light Workers, it said watch out for magicians. There's a lot of trickery out there. So I think probably a lot of this chaos that we're seeing everywhere right now is that magician. That magician working its magic, trying to keep our vibrations low and take our eye off the goal. Remember, it said keep your eye on the goal and watch out for magicians. And what else did it say? It said there'd be a lot of fake stuff, a lot of false information and stuff. So we're seeing the battle and we're seeing the chaos. So that's what we're seeing right now in this current timeline, a lot of chaos, right? And the battle between the light and the dark. Says though above this battle, we're getting near the end of this battle. So if you look at this card, it's Wands, that's the journey, right? And also look at this battle between the light and the dark. This is a battle of information. It's an information battle. I don't want to say the W-A-R word, but that's what it is. So this is swords, okay? So swords are thoughts, words, ego, information, technology, and it can be creativity, as we've spoke of before, because that's an inspired thought, right? And so this battle between the light and the dark, it's an information battle, and it's keeping the negativity, all of this dark information, the stuff that's not true, the things that are being put out there by those magicians that we got in the advice for the light workers. That's what keeps this going. That's what keeps this chaos going. And with all of that, that's what keeps people's eyes off from what is bloomed. You know, we want to stay focused on what's bloomed. We want to stay focused on the positive things. We want to create something better. We don't want to stay stuck in this. So we don't want to give this power, okay? And this is powerful because this is Wands. This is the journey. And Wands are driven by fire. So think about it as this comes up above our High Priestess, which is she's magic and the manifester, right? She's got a lot of magical powers. As that came above that, think about that. Whenever our thoughts and our words and even our actions get caught up in this chaos, Wands are powerful. They're driven by fire. Fire is a powerhouse, right? And it's fast moving. So we give credence to that for even a minute, and we've just fed something, and we've fed it hard and fast. So what we want to feed hard and fast is the good stuff. We want to feed that hard and fast, okay? So we've got this battle going on here. We've got the swords. That's the information. That's also driven by air, remember? And air is also fast moving. So we want to just focus on the good stuff because we'll help feed that. That's what we want to feed. We don't want to give this any power. We know this is going on, so we want to focus on this so that we can help feed this side of things, okay? But it's saying that we're nearing an end. We're pretty close to nearing an end. If you look at this, those sticks there's very little life in them, and she's about ready to chop them down, and she's getting higher guidance. See how this little bird is bringing in the note to bring to her? But she's fed up. She's chopping this stuff down, and this bird is bringing information to her from a higher guidance. Now this is an 8. This is Wands, again, fast moving. So we're at an 8 as far as this question goes, like where are we at in this timeline? We're about done. We the people are about done with this battle. We're sick of it. We're seeking our knowledge from the higher guidance. We're gonna cut down that physical stuff, the chaos. We're ready to cut down all of this chaos. We're sick of it. We want it gone, and we're going to be following just that highest guidance, which is good because that's what we were asked to do as far as the advice went for light workers in that last reading that I did. So yeah, we're about done with this, and that's good. So let's speed this up. We're all co-creating, so let's speed this up together. Let's just focus on the goal. Keep our eye on the goal. Let's talk about all of the positive things that we're seeing. Let's talk about that. Let's feel joy and happiness about those positive things that we're seeing. Let's express that every day and live it as though it's happening. Whenever we hear good news, let's say, all right, that's awesome. Now let's co-create that into being even faster. Remember, in the midst of a journey that's driven by fire, that's fast moving energy, let's feed that fire with the most positive outcomes that we can even imagine or envision. Let's feel that vibration within us. It's also contagious. You know, that's contagious. And it feels a lot better to be focused on good stuff. And it feels a lot better to be focused on love and joy than it does to be focused on this. That doesn't feel good at all. Why would we want to do things that's going to bring our vibrations down to this? We want to be focusing on stuff like this. That's going to be bringing our vibrations up. We want to be receiving information from our highest guidance, our source energy, our God, our guides, our spiritual team, our light beings. That's where we want to be focused. We want to be tapped into those higher dimensions, those higher realms, so that our vibration can be lifted, so that the power that we're putting into our manifesting, so that the power that we're putting into that is very high vibrational. And it's moving fast with those high vibes. We don't want to feed this crap. We just don't. It's totally against the cause. It works totally against the cause. And that's really what they're hoping for. That's why they put out all of this negativity. That's why they put out all of this disinformation. That's why they've got all the tricksters out there. They want us to feed the ick. They want us to work for them for free. They want our magic working for them, by confusing us and putting our minds onto things that are negative, so that our thoughts and our words feed their negative timeline. And we don't want to do that. We want to feed the best timeline. So we're about ready to just stop with all of this and just go with this. And that's good. I'm glad to hear that. So now what's driving this reading? As far as what is driving the reading, and I asked about our timeline, right? It is being nurtured, and it is what we are nurturing, the goals that we are nurturing are coming along nicely. They're blooming nicely. It's feeding us. We're feeding it. You see that she's pregnant. She's about to give birth. So what's driving the reading is this new journey, this whole new journey that we're embarking on. And so that's what's driving the whole reading. And they're saying we're incredibly strong. This is a higher arcana card, okay, you guys? So we are incredibly strong. We've shown immense strength, and we have this wonderful journey that we are nurturing, and it's nurturing us, and it is going to be a beautiful journey. That's what's driving it. Above that, we've got how strong we are. So we've got all of this beauty, this nurturing energy, the birthing of something new. We've got all of this strength behind us, right? And then above that, we have this. So what's driving the whole reading is we have a noble cause. And we have a noble, I've got to be careful with my words, but you guys know what this card is, right? So we have noble, this is a noble military card, right? This is like noble, good. It's a noble military card. So, you know, that secret society that has had humanity's highest and greatest good for intentions for all this time, we've got that behind us. So we're birthing something beautiful and new. There's a lot of bloom into that. We are incredibly strong, and we have this noble military card fighting for us. Okay, so that's what's driving this reading. So yes, our timeline is good. We've got all of this beauty that's being birthed into this new journey. It's a new journey, strong, very strong. And these guys are very strong because they're right above the strength. right above the beautiful journey. So it's up to us, you guys, to use our magic. That's what this is saying. It's up to us to use our magic and focus on the good stuff and not the chaos. So they're dependent on us to do that. We help shift things. We're more powerful than we've ever been taught. And that's what this Great Awakening is all about, realizing that. So as we're looking at these guys, help us, a lot of us, you know. The fact is, they're wanting us to help them with our magic, focusing on this stuff, because they already know how powerful we are. It's up to us to catch up, right? It's up to us to catch up. So let's use our magic in the best way possible. Let's only focus on the things that are bloomed. Step back from the chaos. Don't feed it. Don't allow it to don't give it any power. Don't give it any power. Know that this has been quite a journey. A lot of us are cutting down these sticks. This is like an 8. This is 8. So 80% of us are sick of the BS. And we really are seeking knowledge and tapping into our highest guidance. We're looking at more spiritual practices. We're sick of this. We're about ready to cut it down. Well, 80% of us anyways. Focus on the good stuff. That's what they need us doing. They need us doing that. So we got to use our magic for positive things, okay? Know that they're birthing, you know, there's a lot of work going into this journey to birth something beautiful and new. Very strong, okay, with these guys, all right? So it's the rest is up to us. Like, we have to do our part. So we've got to spread good information. We've got to focus on good things. We've got to envision this world the way we want it. We have to feel that. I mean, it really is a vibration. So you got to feel it. You got to get in the love vibration. You got to get in the joy vibration and really shift things with your magic and your power, because we are magical. We are magical. So that's where we're at as far as our timeline. Things are looking good. Things are being bloomed. Very, very, very strong. Got that wonderful, noble military behind us. We got to use our magic. Don't pay attention to the chaos. That's there to purposely distract us. Only feed this piece of the journey. And good to know that 80% of people are sick of this and they're going with this. So there's that. So that's one of the readings that I'm going to do today. That's going to go up here shortly. I've been really busy. I don't have a lot of time. But I do like to come on and do these readings and just spread the positivity, and you know, it's just one of the ways that I give back. So I haven't had a lot of time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do another reading. I'm going to finish this one, and then I'm going to do another reading for, I was asked to do one for New Mexico. So I'm going to take a peek at New Mexico. And I'm going to do another one. I'm going to look around Mr. T. There's all this crap out there, like we just saw in this reading, all that negativity and the chaos. So I'm just going to take a look around Mr. T and see what we get there. I'm going to think about how to word that in between now and doing it. So I'm going to get this one uploading. The last time I did 2 readings, I did one for Advice for Light Workers, and I did one on Ireland. And it took 2 days for those to upload, which is just ridiculous. It took 2 days, kept bouncing back. So I'm going to get this one started. Don't be surprised. I just said I'm going to do 2 others, and I am. Don't be surprised if you don't see those go up immediately after this. I think in order to stop it from having it have such a hard time uploading, I'll get this one uploaded. When this uploads, then I'll go into my records and I will upload the second one, and then when that uploads, then I'll go in and I'll upload the other one. So maybe over the course of this next 5 days, you'll see these 3 readings go up. But I'm going to do them right now all back to back because this is when I have a little bit of time. So I'm going to take advantage of it. So there's the first one that I'm doing, timelines. And I'll get that uploaded. And I'm going to work on the New Mexico one next. So, all right, you guys, I hope that you found value in this. Stay positive. Keep our eye on the goal. Just like the Lightworker message said last time, our timeline looks good. It's got a lot of life blooming into it. It's birthing something new. We're strong. We have that noble military card on our side. We need to use our magic to step away from the chaos, only feed the good stuff, and know that about 80% of the people are over the BS and the negativity. They're kind of over it, which is good. That's good, because there was a day where it was the negativity that would keep people like feeding. So it's nice to know that we've shifted in a way over the last decade or so where people are really more focused on the good stuff, and they want to be. They don't want to feed the negativity. So, all right, you guys, until next time, many, many blessings from me to you. Much love, prosperity, abundance, happy thoughts, joy, laughter, manifesting good things, keeping our eye on the goal, all of that stuff. So, yeah, I hope that you found value in this, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to like, share, hit the notification button, subscribe, and comment if you want to. Comment, talk to me if you want to. I enjoy hearing from you guys. All right, you guys, until next time, many blessings from me to you. Take care.